Sister, you have an amazing story. Tell us, you were captured by the Taliban, later you were released, and later you became Muslim. Tell us your story.
It is an unusual story. I was working as the chief reporter of the Sunday Express newspaper in London and was sent to Pakistan following the events of 9/11. And I was with about 3,000 other journalists recording the build-up to the war. When I thought, I needed to get a special story that nobody else had gone for. And so I decided to sneak into Afghanistan and do a special report on what life was like under the Taliban. And talking about it in the cold light of day, it sounds like a crazy thing to do, but it seemed a reasonable mission to go on. And I put on the all-enveloping blue burqa, and with 2 guides I sneaked into Afghanistan, worked there for a couple of days and then headed back. And as I was heading back, I was rumbled by the Taliban. I fell off a donkey, actually. And the one piece of equipment that I'd taken in, a camera, was seen, and it all led to a series of situations, and I was arrested. Held for 10 days, firstly in Jalalabad and then in Kabul. And I was released on humanitarian grounds, and after I returned to London, I had made a promise to my captors. I said, if you let me go, I promise I'll read your holy book, I'll study Islam. And that's exactly what I did when I got back to London. Partly because I'd made a promise, but partly because I realised in those 10 days observing the Taliban that their faith was a way of life. It was the way they ate, slept, breathed, behaved. Everything they did was within an Islamic context. And I thought, well, if all Muslims are like this, then how can I report with any authority in the Muslim world if I know nothing about this faith? And so I began to study Islam. People said that I made a great leap of faith when I converted 2 years later. But I was already a practicing Christian. I went to church maybe twice a month, which in Britain is bordering on fanaticism. But, I was praying to the same God, just a different methodology. And after 2 years of studying Islam, it felt right for me to make that change. And so there was no great leap of faith, still praying to the same God. What there was a big change of lifestyle. And I have to say, for anyone looking at me at the moment, they'll be thinking, well, why is she covered in black? Black is my favourite colour, and my little black dress is now a big black dress. Okay. So, that's, if people are wondering why, that explains that. And I haven't looked back. I'd led not a bad life before, but since I've become a Muslim, I feel as I'm more fulfilled and leading a more meaningful life.